Hey, do y'all know the song?
I'm not invisible to you.
Well, this is Escape by X Kx5 and Hayla. Well, today I'm gonna be doing a little bit of mixing and mastering and try to put this song in Geometry Dash. Mainly, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a mashup with this song and mix it with Problematic. So, yeah, let's get to it. Since I'm on mobile, the app I'm gonna be using for this one is called N-Track. It's a pretty cool app, and I highly recommend it if you want to get into mixing and mastering on mobile. Well, as I have, so enjoy the video. So first things first, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the song Problematic from my files. And after that, I'm gonna get the vocals for the song Escape. There we have it. Now it's time for our mixing and mastering. Well, sorry about that. It's just that whenever you press the play button, they just kind of overlap, you know, so let's fix that. By the way, I didn't say hello, so what am I doing? Hi, how's it going? Name is Max and welcome to the video. As you already know, we're musicking today, and I kinda wanna take this opportunity to explain why I'm doing all this. The reason why I chose to mix the song Problematic is because there is currently a Geometry Dash level that I'm working on, which basically just uses the same song, by the way. So yeah, that's how it is. I've been posting progress on my YouTube shorts, and yeah, it's pretty much going well. I'm still working on something for the level, even though it's taking a lot of time. Piece by piece, it's coming together. Hence, that's why I don't constantly upload. You see, when it comes to creating, well, in my case, the problem isn't the building speed. It's also the choices I keep making every single time, like every now and then. But I will say that I am improving at both the game and creating. So back on the track, I was able to finish this first part, and I will say it went a little better, so here it is.
So in touch with yours tonight. But let my head take flight.
And moving on to the next part of the song, which is just the saddest in my opinion, I basically got to work, focusing on timings, sync, and perfect execution. So keep in mind that this takes a lot of effort, and this is not something that you would just do like in an instant, right? And in most songs, it's pretty hard, like coming up with the melodies, the synths, pretty much using every single instrument and effects to your best. There's a lot of these. In most songs such as Sonic Blaster, Hellfire, Critical Hit, you know, there's a lot of these effects that make these songs sound so good. You know, there's like Big Crush for that robotic sound, auto-tune, and a lot more. So it's pretty awesome to get into the way that this is done. Like DAWs, you know, they're pretty awesome. And yeah, as of current, I'm trying to come up with my own melodies, making songs such as SoloDrummer, and yeah, it's pretty much like that. I mean, I'm still in the beginner phase, and it's pretty cool to see these songs, and yeah, improving at this. It's all good, because getting into music production is awesome. It can get pretty stressful at times, but I still love it. So moving on to this next part, I literally did what I did at the first one. So it was all about carefully trimming these gaps over and over and bringing them close to the song and pretty much make them sync, as I said before. So yeah, after a whole 20 minutes of trial and error, this is what I made. Check it out.
We could leave this place, freedom ours to chase. What if I escape with you?
And now it was time to move on to the awesome part, the drop. So for the drop, it was kind of challenging because some of the vocals in the song didn't actually match up the song, as I've said before. So I had to at least cut and blend in some of them. In other words, I had to like simply split them and slightly overlap them so that we can have that quick and balanced sound. And yes, I do know that these songs have different BPM, and I know that it would be like impossible for me to match them or basically make them sync with one another by just equalizing or making their BPM the same. This is because they don't have the same rhythm. This makes it a little bit too difficult for me to actually do the job like easy and be like, just change their BPM and make it equalize. So yeah, that's why it's impossible. So that's why it's very, very crucial for me to manually do this, separate them, and pretty much do the mix myself. Like that gap right there, yeah, that is not a good thing. So we somehow have to minimize that and bring the vocals a little closer so that they kind of sync with the song as we move on. After all that trimming, here's the drop.
What if I stay with you? What if I stay with you? What if I stay with you? What if I stay with you?
So right then I decided to remove this part at the center, added some fades on the other clips of the side, and yeah, I proceeded to the next part. For the delaying vocals at the end, I decided to just trim them because, well, why not? That's better. In this clip, I was simply double checking to see if I did any mistakes, and yeah, I know you've noticed some, and yeah, I went to double check, and I fixed some of them. So I proceeded to balance out the volume because the volume of some other clips or vocals were too loud and some others were too quiet. So basically, I could have used a compressor, which is basically a tool for this thing, or the balance, but I figured out it would be more, well, overwhelming to just balance out the volume manually. And I also did this.
Is it real? Is it just a fantasy? 'Cause the unknown's pulling me.
Again, for like the 25,465th time, I trimmed out the excess clips, added a fade. Again, it was all clips and repetition. And on this clip, I copied some of the other vocals, then pasted them. But there was a problem. The problematic song is too short, so I had to improvise. Since the song Escape has this awesome hook at 3 minutes and 5 seconds, well, I don't know what it's called, but I just called it a hook. I took that, looped it, and put it under the rest of the vocals. And yeah, I also happened to balance out the volume. Look, I didn't want to use the compressor, okay? Like, I don't fully know how to use it. All I know is that it just balances the sound, and I've tried it before and it kind of did balance the sound, but I just don't fully understand what this thing does, alright? You see, when it comes to these audio effects, I do use some of them, like reverb, saturation, flangers, filters. I use those, but when it comes to the compression and delay, it's a bit of a hectic story. You might say it's a part of my learning journey since, well, I'm still learning too, So yeah, I think it's like that. But hey, maybe it's part of the learning curve. Who knows? But what do you say about it? Let me know down in the comments and we'll talk about it. Prepare you have your minds blown in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I just thought a countdown would be more efficient. By the way, here we go. I introduce to you. It's about drive, it's about power. We stay hungry with the power. Dude, what is that? Okay, so yeah, I proudly introduce this mashup I made right now. Take a listen.
much of yours tonight. Well, let my head take flight. We could leave this place, freedom ours to chase. What if I escape with you? 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 What if I Is it real? Is it just a fantasy? 'Cause the unknown's pulling me. We could leave this space, freedom ours to chase. We could leave this place, freedom ours to chase. What if I escape with you? 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 What if I escape with